My shock when my husband got pregnant by another man. Ladies and gentlemen, all that and more. We've got some massive stories for you today at the Butterfield News Broadcast Service Systems desk. Hit the music. Okay, this first story, ladies and gents, is out of the Daily Mail, and it is fantastic, but I will say this, it is hidden behind a paywall. And can I collectively say, on behalf of everyone watching, fuck you, Daily Mail. We're not paying $1.99 for your shit. Suck me fucking sideways, bruz. Thankfully, ladies and gentlemen, I was able to find this amazing story on the fantastic YouTube channel, Truly.
My husband gave birth to our baby.
Hey girl, hey.
Call her a little gay miracle.
We're poly.
Nice.
I ended up pregnant with a partner. I get judged as a trans dad. You wanted to be a man.
Good.
Men don't.
It's how very 2025. Little gay miracles going everywhere. How exciting.
I get judged as a trans dad. You wanted to be a man and men don't have babies.
Well, men don't have babies, but you are now living as a man, which is cool. Like, good on you, mate. But yeah, no, men don't have the facilities available, if you will, to produce young. They don't have vaginas. They don't have uteruses. And they can't push a baby out of their dick.
Our child should be taken away from us.
I don't think your child should be taken away. That's a bit ridiculous.
That we aren't fit parents.
Well, I don't know. Maybe you're not fit parents. Maybe you are.
We done with nap time. Hi.
My name's Tucker.
My name's Danny. Our daughter's name is Maya.
Is this really necessary, like, to show this to the world? Like, I know, like, you should be proud of your family, and I bet you've got a beautiful family and you're happy, and that's awesome. But do you really want that little girl to have to go to school and then people pick on her because of who her parents are? Like, that happens even if your parents are a fucking, I don't know, a garbage man or something. Like, it happens for, no shade on garbage people. Good on you. Thank you for picking up my trash. It just happens. Like, you get picked on for who your parents are sometimes. Some people do. This is probably just unnecessary. Like, this is adding extra fuel to the fire or to the bullying that she may or may not receive. Don't do it to your kids, guys. Just keep your fucking kids off the internet.
We've been together for about 3 years.
And married for 8 months.
We met at work. We were both nurses during COVID. And we met and became friends and got really close.
I had really started to develop feelings for her, so I thought,
Yeah, this is a beautiful love story. I don't care.
let's give it a shot. Got some happy feet.
We decided that we wanted to have kids early on. We originally expected me to carry the baby. I was actually doing fertility testing.
I'm a trans man, and then I ended up pregnant with a partner, and it was the best.
Best thing that ever happened to us.
Yes.
So you guys were together and you just ended up being, so you were rooting someone else. You were fucking, rooting means fucking in Australian, if you didn't know that. Yeah, rooting. It's a great word. If you're American, you should use the word rooting. It's very, very good. By the way, America, I am on tour in America in September. I'm going to be in LA. I'm going to be in Austin, Texas, and New York City. We're going to add some more shows as well. Get your tickets right now at isaacbutterfield.com.
Were you polyamorous from the start of your relationship?
It was my idea to do it.
Ah, they were polyamorous. I think polyamory is up there with the greatest levels of that's ever lived. Just saying.
At the time, I identified as asexual. I wasn't.
Dude, there's a lot of identifying going on in your life. You're identifying as a dad, and you're identifying as trans, and identifying as asexual, and identifying as polyamorous. Why don't you just fucking chill out? Have a barbecue. Sink a beer, mate. Life's not that fucking difficult, all right? Stop making it difficult for yourself.
We clearly weren't expecting pregnancy, so I thought I was having like gas issues, and she went to go buy me medication. But because we were already trying to get her pregnant, we had a bunch of pregnancy tests, and like in the back of my mind, I was just like, just check. And it came up positive. I walked around the living room for like 20 minutes going, oh.
I was thrilled.
The thing is, like, and I've told this story a lot on this channel. If you don't know, I got banned from TikTok for saying men can't have babies. Now, this right here is evidence that men can have babies. But what's most important about saying that is you use the prefix trans. Because if they're trans, then yes, you can have a baby as a trans man. All right, you're living your life as a man, and that's what you've decided. That's fantastic. Good on you. But as a man, you can't. There has to be that little trans word there. Otherwise, it's incorrect. I had someone tell me, a very famous person tell me this, famous in Australia anyway. She said that the science is changing and men can get pregnant. No, trans men can get pregnant, because they're women. I will accept them. I'm a nice person. I'll accept them as trans. I'll call them a man. But if you want to argue the facts of the situation, then you're going to lose. Okay? Just wanted to put that out there.
Miss Maya. Hey.
I know a lot of people get really angry about gay couples and trans couples and all this type of shit having babies, but this seems fine, right? They seem like nice people.
I did receive judgment for being trans and pregnant. We didn't really have any face-to-face judgment.
Online was a very different story, though.
Yeah, well, don't put yourself out there as much. What did you expect's going to happen? You fucking guy. I post a photo of me head on social media and people are like, you bald. They're not going to fucking accept you. Well, you know what, ladies and gents? The only thing I see wrong with that is people saying, yes, men can have babies. They can't have babies. If you're trans, you can have a baby. Good fucking on you. As long as they're good parents. And I'm sure a lot of trans parents out there are better than heterosexual parents, okay? And vice versa. Some are terrible, probably. I wanted to move quickly onwards to the next story of today, and this is one that may confuse absolutely everyone, probably more confusing than the last video. I want you to take a look at this photo right here. What does it look like? We've got an emergency department, resuscitation bays, and emergency department acute pod A and B. But what they've also got there, and this is in Gosford, just near Sydney, like an hour from Sydney, but they've also got the translation into Indigenous language, which I'm not angry at all. I just don't understand why they've called the emergency department the sick cave, the resuscitation bay, the bring back. I'm not gonna, go on a big fucking rant about this, but that sounds fucking stupid. Okay? Moving on. This next story takes us to the youth, the Gen Z of Australia. And I want to really preface this with saying, Gen Z women, you're fucked, all right? If this is how you operate, if this is how you think, then you are completely and utterly fucked. It comes from the amazing journalist Mary Madigan. Now, Mary Madigan's written some great stories that I've frequently shown on this channel. I am still convinced that she doesn't exist. She is AI. I think she is completely fake. Until I see her on a video or something that shows that she is real, I don't think she's real. I think she just puts out shit articles that are clickbait. Anyway, a young Aussie has shared a pay norm that she wants immediately banned. Wow. She's apparently living off scraps and she wants this norm banned. I love when people want to ban norms. That's good. A fired up Gen Zer has declared being paid fortnightly in Australia should be straight up banned because she finds it difficult to manage her salary. There she is. Now, a lot of people may not know what a fortnight is. I remember saying to an American once, oh yeah, but I think the show's in a fortnight. And they're like, what's a fortnight? I was like, you don't know what a fortnight? Okay. It means 2 weeks. So in 2 weeks' time. So a lot of people, I don't know if you know this, are actually paid every 2 weeks. Some people are paid every month. Some people are paid every week. This lady, Ren Adelia, 21, who's amassed over 700,000 views on this TikTok, has declared she's unhappy with being paid fortnightly. 1 week she is so rich, and the other week she's living off genuine scraps. Well, listen up, you fucking twit. Just halve the money. Only have access to half the money. Put it in a different account. You fucking idiot. How is this an article? Speaking to news.com.au, Miss Adelina reiterated her position and said she'd much prefer being paid more frequently. No one gives a fuck. Just don't spend all your money in one go, you fucking goose.
Getting paid fortnightly needs to be genuinely banned. Because 1 week, oh, I am so rich. I am so rich. The next week, living off genuine scraps.
What, that was the video? That was the video. That was all it was. And look, they've written a whole article. Mary Madigan, who doesn't exist, wrote a whole article on this. Oh, and I love how they reference comments in the comment section as like quotes. Babe, I'm counting my coins on monthly pay. Monthly is horrendous. I get paid monthly. You got luck. Why are we referencing comment sections? These are just regular, insane people commenting on this, particularly when there are other Gen Z people. Fucking who wants to listen to those batshit? Now, ladies and gentlemen, this last story that I'm going to cover today on this beautiful news broadcast is something that may terrify every single person watching this, and particularly those who may be a part of the LGBT community, particularly gay men, and it'll make sense why. I don't know if you guys are ready to hear this, but I'm going to read the article right here. Here's the headline. A woman's colon explodes out of her body after coughing too hard from a cold. That's right. A woman's entire asshole has fallen onto possibly the ground. And what do you do then with an asshole on the ground? Do you clean it? Like if you get dust on it, I imagine you have to clean it up. How do you clean your asshole on? That's fucked. Doctors are warning about the dangers of coughing too hard this allergy season. No, they're not. No, they're fucking not. No, don't. Oh, no. Oh, no. I'm okay. No doctor, no one who went to medical school for 10 years is having a press conference today going, guys, you need to watch out and make sure you don't cough with too much vigor or your fucking puckering asshole is going to fly out of your dirt box. Not going to happen, all right? No way. Earlier this year, doctors wrote a case report, maybe it did happen, about a 61-year-old from Taiwan who suffered a rare bowel evisceration. That is 3 words. That terrifies every gay man. A rare bowel evisceration. When parts of the intestines protrude outside the body, I believe it's known as gaping. Is that right? Search gaping, all right? If you really want to see that. Well, the old pink sock comes out. It's basically your intestines come out of your asshole. It's a porn category. Hi, here, Isaac from the end of this video. I realise the word I'm looking for here is prolapse. That's right, prolapse. For all the people at home going, no, we don't like gape porn, we like prolapse porn. Well, there you go. Congratulations. And while rare, similar cases have been reported of that of an 86-year-old woman from the UK in 2011 who was suffering from a respiratory infection, had an intense coughing fit and experienced evisceration of her small bowel through her vagina. Nana's pussy exploded. Nana's asshole exploded out of a pussy. Imagine that. Imagine that. That would be confronting. In both cases, the women experienced the injury because of defects stemming from prior hysterectomies. Okay, so doctors probably don't need to tell everybody this is something that we all need to be concerned about, our assholes flying out. But in the case report in 2025, the woman had undergone a hysterectomy 10 months prior and suffered no complications, but visited the emergency room when she began experiencing abdominal pain. In the examination, doctors discovered a small part of her bowel was protruding out of her vagina. During the emergency surgery to repair the injury, doctors discovered a defect in the part of her vagina. You never want to have a broken pussy. That's terrible. Part of the vaginal wall that allowed the intestines to break through and leave her body. Don't you hate it? When you're hated so much by your own intestines, they try to leave. Once the organs were repositioned, the surgeons fixed the defect and she was back copping cocks 5 days later. Actually, I think I read that incorrectly. Authors of the case report wrote that the prolapse of the small bowel through a ruptured vagina has been reported in just 113 cases worldwide. And the mortality rate of vaginal evisceration, which is what I call my dick, is about 6%. Okay, so 6% of people die from their pussies exploding. I wonder how many of those can be blamed on severe queefing. Shout out to all the ladies watching this. I hope you enjoy this channel. Please like and subscribe. Well, this ended on a weird one. Congratulations. If you do have an eviscerated bowel, Merry Christmas. Be a good motherfucker. Peace in the Middle East. Me dick stinks. Hold on to your bowel. I'll see you next week. Toodaloo au revoir. Bow bow.